In the island of Jamaica, there is a dangerous phenomenon that is hurting the core of the Jamaican male. It's called bun. This phenomenon is so egregious that some statistics say up to 40% of children are assigned a biological father incorrectly, a concept called jacket. In an effort to stop this behavior, Mecca TV Studios has created Bun Court, a drama based on the real-life incidents of bun in Jamaica. The best part about this show is you, our audience, become the jury and decide who is guilty of bun or not. Welcome to Bun Court. This case is brought before the court by the plaintiff, Marianne, against the defendant, Joseph. Marianne is requesting for the truth about whether or not her husband Joseph is having an affair with the manager of their business, Desreen. There's been bank statement of various lingerie purchases to their business account that Marianne did not authorize, and Joseph denied knowing about it. We will hear arguments from both parties to determine the merits of this case.
All rise. Judge Grind presiding over the case in court number 3.
Greetings to everyone. Thank you for making it another session of Bun Court. You may be seated. Mr. Bailiff, what do we have on the dockets today?
Our first case on the docket is Marianne Lee versus Joseph Walker.
Okay. Mr. Prosecutor, could you present the case for your client?
Your Honor, member of the jury. No, my client, Marianne Lee, is here today with her unfaithful common law husband that she has been in a relationship with for the past 7 years. Now, he's cheating on her based on a few evidence in my docket right here. Now, Marianne met Joseph 7 years ago, Your Honor. And when she met Joseph, he just lost his job at the wharf, right? So he was unemployed. Now, you know, nowadays, man, them not really talk to man with unemployed, but my upstanding client, loyal to the T. In fact, she was a teacher at the school that teach Sean Storm loyalty, Your Honor. You understand? Very faithful, everything. She take him up, decide, say, you know him look charming, as according to she. You understand? Decide, say, she gonna help him out. So, them date for a year and she decide to invest in him because she's a bank teller. Right? Now, she invested in a business, started their courier business, invested in a few bikes, business take off within 3 years, Your Honor. Them expand, reach a outrageous. So, decide say she'll leave him in charge of the finance because she never ready to give up her bank teller duties at the Popular Bank, Your Honor. So, him go over there in outrageous, that is, and business take off up there as usual. I go on good. Now, the distance between them, because him decides he must stay at Ochi, forget about Kingston. So she advised him, forget a manager, operation manager for oversee the Ochi brand so she can spend some more time with him. He was reluctant at first, Your Honor. Then him decides, all right, he might go ahead. Him introduce her to a new manager. She named Desreen. A nice looking lady as well, Your Honor. So my client decided that, you know, she'll go visit him. Now, every weekend she normally visit him in Ocherius because, you know, the new manager is in training, right?
Yes.
I have to take a while for train her because he meet her at our hotel as a waitress. So she never really have no experience in the field, Your Honor.
Interesting.
Now, every time my client visit him, she's always a guest when he come on to dinner, always in the house. So my client start get suspicious now. I wonder if this lady live here because every weekend she's there. She not have no kitchen or yard or something. Always there, I beg food. Oh, sorry, Your Honor.
Just keep to the facts. Stick to the facts.
Okay, Your Honor. So my client start get suspicious now because the bank call her to rectify an unauthorized purchase because them have a joint account, right, Your Honor?
Yes.
So she realized say him a purchase lingerie, from Victoria's Secret. No, this man never give my client no farmer gift, not even on her birthday, not even Valentine's Day. So she was surprised. She said, Victoria's Secret? Oh, it look like say I step up the game. Valentine's Day gone, nothing. You understand? 1 week after, my client confront him decide to tell her a lie. Here and I say, yo, I know him, a scam she get. Remember now, my client work at a bank. Oh, you have to try to trick my client. You understand? So she decide she going to investigate further. Get the bank statement. She realize, say, not only him buy the Victoria's Secret, him been a buy lingerie for a while now. Him been a go to hotels. Him been a do dinners, everything, on the joint account without her knowledge. So she confront him again. Him still deny it, Your Honor. You understand? And it start an argument. Now, based on that argument, she decided to take him to court today, Your Honor. And that's why we're here.
Well, thank you, Mr. Brimfield. I think your client made a wise decision. Always I recommend Bun Court first. Ms. Leakey, what says you on behalf of your client?
Okay, Your Honor. So, instructions from my client, all those things that Mr. Brimfield would have said, they're allegedly accusation. Now, I've known my client for the past 2 years, and this man would never think about cheating on his woman, right? The fact that he mentioned the unauthorized payment.
1 second, Ms. Leakey. So are you saying that the credit card statements and the bank statements are lying?
I was just about to touch on that, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead, my bad.
So she would have authorized the payment. Of course, lingerie was purchased. And of course, I'm not going to lie, it was supposed to be a surprise to her, but she ruined it. So that would have been the reason why she no longer got the surprise. But like I said before, we are here to prove that my client, of course, is innocent of all these accusations that she would have accused him of. Not sure what she would have told her lawyer over there, but my client and I, we're here to prove that he's innocent.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Leakey. But answer me one more question before I go back to Mr. Burnfield. So, seeing that he had a change of mind not to surprise her anymore with the lingerie, what was done with it? Did he decide to wear them himself? Oh, no, don't answer that question. Mr. Brimfield, you mentioned you have evidence, sir. Please start presenting your evidence.
All right, Your Honor. As I said, my evidence is the bank statements for the purchase, and also my client decided that she's going to search his phone, and she saw where they have been communicating, and the type of message them I use in those text message would have been enough proof to prove that there's a relationship happening here, an affair. Now, that is added to my evidence, Your Honor.
Okay. Any rebuttals, Ms. Leakey?
Your Honor, you know the minute you start searching a man's phone, you go look for trouble, you will definitely find it.
Interesting.
You're very interesting.
Very interesting. So Mr. Brimfield, please bring your client so that Ms. Leakey will have a chance at, asking her a few questions.
All right. I bring to the stand Marianne Lee.
Yes, ma'am. Good day. Please state your name and occupation for the record.
I'm Marianne Lee, and I work at a bank.
Okay, thank you. So, Ms. Leakey, the witness is all yours.
All right, Miss Lee. Weren't you the one who would have asked your common law husband to get someone to operate business in the Ocho Rios branch?
That's correct.
All right, cool. Weren't you also the one who would have approved? Because you know this man doesn't do anything without your approval. So of course he would have sent a picture to her, Your Honor, to confirm how the person looked. Being the jealous person that she is.
Careful of your language, Ms. Leakey. Please continue.
Apologies, Your Honor. right? So this man doesn't do anything without her approval. So he would have sent her the picture to say, hey babe, this is how the purse look. What you think? And she say, yeah, I'm a nice girl. She look like she can sell. Correct? She approved of that. Also, Miss Lee, weren't you the one who approved the authorization from the bank?
I'm kind of confused because you asked two things. You state a statement, and then you ask a question. So which one of them you want me to
Are you
respond
going to answer the question or not?
Answer the
Order,
question.
Miss Leakey, I must admit she does have a point. So do you want her to answer the question or rebut your statement?
I do want her to answer the question about the authorization.
Okay. please
Weren't you the one who authorized the purchase of the lingerie?
No, I did not.
Oh, wow. Somebody else did.
Yes.
Also, Your Honor, might I add that this woman works in a bank, and we all know how the bank system set up, right? So most of those purchases that they thought they would have seen my client made, no, that's a scam.
Are you asking a question?
No further questions.
Oh.
Okay. Mr. Brimfield, do you have anything to ask your client to bring more clarity?
No, Your Honor. My client, she deal with herself very well.
Okay, ma'am, please take your seat. Thank you very much. So, Mr. Brimfield, it's your turn. Mr. Bailiff, please call the other witness to the stand.
Joseph Walker, please approach. Shirt in the pants, sir.
Yes, Mr. Walker. Good day, sir. Please state your full name and occupation for the records.
Joseph Walker, sir. Business owner.
Okay. Mr. Brimfield.
Yes, sir, Honor. So, Mr. Walker, the great Mr. Walker, I have a few questions for you here, sir. All right, so your attorney stated that you bought those lingerie for your common law wife. Is that correct?
Exactly, sir.
All right. So next question. Is it true that your common law wife wears a size medium?
I think that's personal.
It's
That's
personal.
between
Answer the
me and
question.
my wife, not
Order.
Answer
Sir,
the question,
please
sir.
answer the question. It's just a matter of sizes, sir. It's a yes or no. Thank you.
And I'm feel this man go personal now. This is between me and my wife.
Order.
I'm not supposed to
Sir.
relate that to him.
Sir, the minute you have an issue that reaches this point, everything is kind of personal, but still a little bit public.
We just
Please
need confirmation, Mr. Walker. The size. Is it medium?
It's best you ask her, because
Oh, so you don't know.
best you ask her. Not between me and her, not between me and you and her.
Well, clearly, Your Honor, he's caught in a lie, so he refused to answer. So let me move on to the next question. So I did say that I have proof of text messages. Now, one of those lingerie that you have purchased, I realized there's a message from Desiree, a photograph of she wearing those lingerie. Can you explain to the court why was that?
I have no knowledge of what you're talking about. This is news to me.
Oh, it's news deal. All right. Next question. You and Marian Lee have been together for 7 years. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Why haven't you engaged her as yet? As in, why haven't you married her as yet? Is it that you don't love her?
In all fairness, may I ask you a question?
No, I'm asking the
No,
question
sir.
here.
Order. Please answer the question.
Because this, what you're asking, is really personal. We know what we're in, and it doesn't mean if I don't marry her, it doesn't mean I don't love her. Time is of the essence.
Interesting.
Time is of the essence.
Interested. So, next question to you. Where did you meet Desiree? And what's her qualification? Why did you decide that she fit the description to be an operation manager for your business?
Well, Hand was placed in the gleaner, and my common law wife and I, we came to the conclusion that she was the perfect one for the job opportunity. Hence, we worked with her. So I don't understand where all of this is coming from. This is it's just petty, you know.
That's not what I'm seeing in the discovery. You introduced Desiree to your common law wife and told her that she is the new manager. No decision was made between both of you. So may I remind you that you're under oath, and committing perjury is a serious crime.
Very serious.
Now, my next question to you, and I want you to be honest, is she flirting with you, or is it you that is flirting with she, Desiree, that is?
What's your definition of flirting?
Because obviously, based on the text messages that I'm seeing from both of you, one is flirting with the other. Now, if you're saying that you're not in a relationship with her, I just want clarification, because it can be a misunderstanding. And, you know, she try to take you away from your common law wife. So I just want to know, is it that she's flirting with you, or is it that you are flirting with her?
Sir, what's your definition of flirting?
No, thank you, sir, very much for your sharing. I noticed there's a young, take a seat. All right, I noticed there's a young lady there with her legs shaking as if she's a bit angry. Mr. Bailiff, do we have the other witness, Desiree, in the court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Ms. Smith, please approach.
Good day to you, ma'am.
Good day.
Please state your name and occupation for the record.
My name is Desiree Smith, and I am the operations manager for their business.
Thank you very much. Mr. Brimfield, the witness is all yours, sir.
All right, Miss Desiree. I realize you're shaking a lot. Is it that you're nervous, or is it that you're...
No, sir. I'm going to cut you off. You don't need to ask me any question. All of that, what you've said is true, and all I can say is that Mr. Walker is a very big liar.
I told you he's a cheater.
Girl,
Order!
Wow.
You will get your time to speak, ma'am.
the court will hear today. He's a very big liar,
Okay.
because at first he told me that this young lady was his business partner. And then,
Order!
Sir.
Please allow her to finish,
Interesting.
sir. Please continue, ma'am.
yes. And then he tried to coax me with all kind of gifts, expensive dinners, because he thinks that if he gives me all these luxury,
Yeah.
I will take on to what he's saying. And of course, I was at first, but then when she started coming to the apartment, I was like, no, something is wrong. And when I asked him, he's like, oh, I'm going to leave her. She doesn't mean anything to me. And
Order!
Sir. Do not
Wow.
Sir, one more outburst and I'm going to ask the bailiff to restrain you.
I
yeah,
will handcuff
yeah,
you.
that's how liars get when they get caught in the act. That's exactly how.
Yes.
So you're admitting that he's a cheat and he was trying to
is.
pursue you
He is.
and
he
swindled
still
his
is.
common law wife out of her money.
Yes, he is.
Okay, he's a
He really
swindler.
is.
Wow. Thank you very much, ma'am. I
You're
think
welcome,
we have
sir.
heard enough. Take your seat.
Sir, and one thing I must say, Miss Lee, I suggest you leave him, and I suggest you go through.
Order!
I suggest you go through the court and take everything that you can from him, because right now he's just trying to take from you. You better just leave him on him ass just like how you get him. My apologies.
Thank you very much, Ms. Smith. Okay. Plaintiffs, counsel, could you please give us your summary? I want to start with Ms. Leakey this time. You can go ahead, Ms. Leakey.
The great Miss Leakey.
Okay, Your Honor. So, instructions from my client. I'm not aware of all those things that Ms. Smith would have said, right? Might I add that my client also has his own money? so I mean, he doesn't need to swindle anyone, right? I know that he was unemployed at the time when they met, but I mean, he was juggling a little thing on the side, and of course, he would have saved some money. So this is the thing, right? They met, my client and Miss Smith, and he decided that, yeah, no, let me just break it down. When they meet her, she never nobody, right? So he decides, all right, I'm going to give this little girl a job.
Miss Leakey, I please, I want you not to bring anybody's reputation in disrepute, okay?
I mean, I said she was a nobody.
Objection, Your Honor. That's not in the discovery.
Objection sustained. Go ahead, ma'am.
When he met her, she had nothing, right? Absolutely nothing. So he decided to give her a job and clothe her, feed her.
Objection, Your Honor. That's ridiculous. Blatant lie in front of the court.
From my client.
Order. One at a time. You'll get your time, Mr. Brimfield.
Your Honor, instructions from my client, right, is that she was nothing when he met her. So the whole apartment thing, of course it was an apartment because, I mean, she just get the job where she could get money for pay rent. And he would have paid at least 1 year for her, right? So, I mean, the cheating part here, and it was a case like this where Marian and my client, them never really left on no terms. So, you know, man, I go and confront. And the Bible tell about a nagging woman. I can tell you that Marian is very nagging, right? The Bible said, I'm just quoting the Bible. Don't ask me the scripture, I don't remember. The Bible said it's better to live on the rooftop than living at the same house with a nagging woman. And that's exactly what my client did. I mean, him kind of take on to Desiree, no sexual activity was involved. A little flirting here and there never hurt anybody. But it's a case where he finds comfort in Desiree, right? And he also could confide in this person, not knowing that she was an egg. I mean.
Okay, thank you, Miss Leakey. I think you have earned every penny you will be charging your client. Mr. Murphy, it is now your turn, sir.
Your Honor, member of the jury, my job today is very easy, right? Now, Miss Leakey, she's defending an unlawful, disloyal, unfaithful, and very, very dishonest man.
Might I add, Your Honor? I heard that there are text messages, they are proof, but we are yet to see them.
Order. I have transcripts here that the bailiff have viewed those documents, so not to worry.
Forgive her, Your Honor, she's just nervous because she just got beaten again. All right, Your Honor, so based on evidence and, confession, we all can conclude that, this is a clear cheating on Joseph N. Right?
You mean she was paid off? How about that?
Order.
Wow. I've never seen this before, Your Honor.
All right.
Anyways, may I continue, Your Honor? And before I even go any further, Your Honor, based on everything I just heard here, I'm suing Joseph for every penny that my client has invested in him over this 7 years, period.
What exactly
okay?
she
Now, me here she talk about him rent house and put her in it. Remember, my client own a house. Her name is on the deed. Now, in regard to the business, her client decided to trick my client into doing a partnership. Okay, so both names are on the document in terms of the business. No, Your Honor, I am here to remove his name from that business deed. Okay? Now, further to that, Your Honor, they are not married, so I can't push for a divorce. You understand, Your Honor? But my main thing here is to sue her client for every penny that my client had invested in him over the 7 years, Your Honor. And it's a lot, believe me. Because one, he was unemployed. She was the one that gave him a job. She was the one that invested in him. And he's very, very You know what, Your Honor? I rest my
So we
case.
look at life.
Thank you, Mr. Brimfield. Ms. Leakey, thank you too. Let's hear from members of the jury. Now that the evidence have been presented, we have heard all parties. I will go with this gentleman first, sir. Yes, sir, you in the white shirt. Yes, sir, you. Please stand.
Oh, stand. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're asking me,
What do you think? Who do you think Mr. Gentleman over there, Mr. Walker, is at fault?
oh, well, I am listening and I am trying to follow. And I realize that it's a Mary and Joseph thing. And that lawyer even mentioned the Bible. So I don't really know where I'm at. But to me, the little that I gather, I don't know if the court will vex with me to say this, but it seems to me that all of them are liars. Well, I don't know if I'm wrong, but to me, everybody I tell lies, sir. I saw me see it, and I don't know what kind of conclusion to come to other than that.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Yes. Members of the jury, please stay away from Mr. Ray and his nephews when coming to court. Yes, you in the back there, ma'am.
Well, my conclusion is that he got caught in the act and was trying to cover up, because you can't pick up somebody and put them in a business. Maybe him feel intimidated because she's more than him, and then hiring this person that he thinks is beneath him. So we suck up to him more. You understand?
Lady bye.
Very interesting point. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, now I will present the case as I have summarized it. Yes, while, as Ms. Leakey said, you could have been paid off, Ms. Smith, could have been paid off, but if you were paid off,
she was indeed paid off.
you were a very good actress, because I think I am tending to lean where it says, hell hath no fury, like a woman scorned. And I think that was a case in your case tonight. However, Mr. Walker, I must chide you, sir, because if a woman picks you up, basically with nothing, unemployed, and that is very rare nowadays, brushes you off and sets you up in a business, I understand the chemistry between people. I understand she was not there. You probably had one too many and all of that. I understand also that this young lady is very well packaged, so temptations could come from all angles. Sir, I implore you, in situations like this, and every male that is of your mindset, we should make common sense take over at these times, because our poor emotions will not suffice. Miss Marian, I must say you did an outstanding job helping this young man whilst, trying to nurture a wholesome relationship. And I applaud you for that. But I also must tell you, you have to use wisdom when doing these things, because you never know who the gold diggers are. Okay? And Miss Smith, once again, somebody coming into the courthouse and not dodging and bobbing and weaving. The truth is always refreshing here. So, I will now declare that while, yes, Mr. Walker, you have had some years of sweat equity in the business, there will be a procedure where it will be divided, and Miss Marian will be given back most, if not all, of what she has spent on your development over the last 7 years. Thank you again for making it Bun Court. Court adjourned.
All rise.